Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading, and we are going to stay with the topic of the moment, which is of course the surprise visit Harry and Meghan to Windsor Castle, where they allegedly met with Prince Charles, Camilla and Her Majesty the Queen on their way to the Netherlands and the Invictus Games. And today I am going to be looking at this meeting from the point of view of Prince William. And he allegedly was away skiing. I'm not sure if they were back, but they were away skiing. He and his family, they had gone off to, I think, Switzerland to ski. And it seems a bit as if this meeting happened behind his back while he was away. Princess Anne was away. Harry and Meghan showed up at Windsor Castle trying to weasel their way back into the royal fold. My opinion, of course, and this is all my opinion, and this is all for entertainment purposes, as the disclaimer below tells you. And I am using the Tarot of the Abyss for this reading today. I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross from Prince William's point of view, just to see how he feels about this, whether he was consulted beforehand, what he thinks it was all about, the motives, the goals of the meeting, what he was told about it, how his relationship currently is with Prince Harry, and how he views the idea that Prince Harry might be coming back, whether it's half in or half out, or what it is. How William feels about all of this. Does he feel betrayed? Is he happy? Is he anxious? Is he furious? Is he going to fight back? What's going to happen? And so cards are all flying out, and I think the cards are ready to go. Celtic cross coming up, Tarot of the Abyss, and it's a windy Saturday afternoon here, and all the bit. I know people are pretty upset about this news. I have seen in my cards for a long time that the Queen wants Harry back. She wants reconciliation. She's prepared to forgive and forget. Prince Charles might have his own motives for all of this. The book, of course, Camilla, all of the rest of it, his own reputation. But William is the one that most interests me at the moment. I'll be looking at things in the next few days from different perspectives also. But William is the next one, and William wants this. Wants Harry out, wants him to stay out. Five of Pentacles is the exile card, the being kicked out card, the being all alone card, outside the comfort and security of those palace walls. Well, that is the not the hidden energy, excuse me. The underlying energy of this reading is this exile notion. Whether it is what Prince William actually wants, I'm jumping the gun by saying that. That's what I want. I mustn't, of course, as a reader, put my own feelings into the reading, and I do try and stay neutral, but Five of Pentacles is a very, very, very apt energy. This is the, as I say, card of exile and the card of loss and ruin and lack, lacking abundance, but feeling left out. Of course, Harry and Meghan are out in the cold at the moment, but Prince William himself may feel rather left out, if, as people suspect, he was not consulted about this. But we will find out. Hopefully, we will find out. Lots of mysteries and swirling energy at the moment. It's very volatile at the moment, the energy in the world. So let's see. The situation, the heart of this reading is how Prince William himself feels about this meeting. Two of Cups in reverse. That's the breakup card, the falling out card. It's not a romantic partnership. It's his relationship with his brother. That is, and it's an emotional split. When the Two of Cups is in the reverse, it's a heart-rending breakup, a loss, a blow, separating from someone that you once really loved, you once really cared about, you shared a lot with. And of course, William and Harry were allegedly very close until a certain someone came along. And so the challenge, as Prince William sees it right now, and these cards are very, very slick. It's Temperance card in reverse. I'm actually getting, isn't that funny? The Temperance card in this deck is is more Two of Cups-ish. The Two of Cups is these two rather curious, what are those people called who float around, and sirens, mermaids, mermen. The Two of Cups is more represented here in the Temperance card, and the card has come out in the reverse. Healing, balance, patience, moderation, a divine intervention, because there's often an angel depicted in this card, pouring the water from cup to cup, soothing things, calming things, the bridge over troubled water, all of that. So the challenge for William is to be patient. The challenge for William is to forgive, to reconcile, to heal, to be calm, to be not to be angry. All of those things are represented in the Temperance card. It can literally mean temper when it's in the reverse. I think he is very angry, he's very upset. Two of Cups in reverse, we've got the Temperance card in reverse. There's a lot of emotion here. There is a lot of need for healing. There is a lot of loss and heartache, obviously. But this is a big card, the Temperance card. The patience, the healing, the moderation. Don't be extreme in your responses. The challenge for him is that I think his instinct is to kick Harry out completely. Five of Pentacles. You're gone, good riddance, don't want to hear from you anymore, never want to see you again, don't darken my doorstep again. It's natural, it's understandable. His sense of betrayal, I think, is off the charts, understandably and justifiably. But he's dealing, of course, with too much older people in his family who want reconciliation, whatever he may feel about it, for whatever motivations they may have for wanting that reconciliation. Prince Charles, book, Camilla, all the rest of it, and we'll look at that in the coming days. But unless, of course, something even worse happens, it comes along, and who knows, Invictus Games this weekend, Harry and Meghan all over the front pages of the papers at the moment. It's a bit nauseating, but it was to be expected. So, and of course that's why she had to tag along, in my opinion, in her enormous white suit, a sort of Elvis-like suit. So the hidden energy of this reading, I'm asking from William's perspective what he thinks the hidden intention was behind this meeting, the motive, the hidden motive, what William thinks about it. And we get the Two of Wands. And this is, of course, Two of Wands when it's upright, business partnerships or any kind of partnerships. It is plans and schemes and setting out on your adventures, but your PR adventures, your business adventures, joint ventures, that kind of thing. It's in the reverse. He sees that the partnerships are failing. Prince Harry's partnerships, Netflix, Spotify, Invictus Games, Chimpo, whoever Harry is partnered up with, even with Meghan, those partnerships are failing, they haven't succeeded, plans are unraveling, schemes are not bearing the fruit that Harry and Meghan thought they were going to bear. So he sees them as failing, and hence the Five of Pentacles as well. Financial lack card, the Five of Pentacles, which is underlying all of this. And it confirms to a certain extent the reading that I did yesterday on the meeting, that as far as the cards told me, the real motivation for the meeting was that Harry and Meghan are struggling financially. They're not making a go of this whole independence thing at all. So let's see, as far as William is concerned, what was the focus, the goal of this meeting? And we get the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And that's the royal family card, the line of succession, the being in with the firm, being sheltered, protected, your posterity insured, you've got enough money for future generations to pass on to future generations, being in with all the generations. But it's a card that keeps popping up in my readings, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That card being left out of all of that, out in the cold. We've got it twice. We've got the Five of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is a Five of Pentacles energy, really. Worried about money, worried about their place in the royal family, worried about staking a claim to titles, to roles for their children. Because it's the Ten of Pentacles, it's about generations, it's that line of succession, it's that baptism, the christening for Lilibet. It is about titles. The Duke of Edinburgh title is still going bigging. all of those things, patronages that haven't been filled yet. Harry hasn't been replaced. He's anxious about this. He's worried. This is Harry wanting to weasel his way back in, my opinion again, allegedly, and get back in there. He's feeling out in the cold. His own plans are coming to nothing. This is from William's point of view. This is the reading that I'm doing, how William sees this. So I'm trying to look inside Prince William's head with these cards and see how he's feeling. He's feeling very hurt. He's feeling very upset. He's feeling angry. He's realizing that he himself needs to maybe calm down and take a bigger perspective on the whole thing. But let's see. Past energy. Was he consulted? Was he informed? Or was this all done behind his back while he was off skiing? That is I have to look and see. It's the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Wands is about burdens and lonely journeys. And somebody, when the Ten of Wands is in reverse, somebody cannot carry that burden anymore and puts it down. I think he may well have been consulted. If it was upright, it's one of my lonely cards, the Ten of Wands, on your own, struggling on your own, carrying this burden. But when the card is in the reverse, you just stop. You can't do it anymore and you put your burden down. There's a feeling in here of Prince William almost letting go of his grievances, his grudges, his burdens, and just deciding, I can't do this on my own anymore. It's too damaging, it's too toxic, it's too hurtful, it's doing me too much damage. Maybe it's doing his relationships damage, maybe it's doing his health damage. I've worried about that as a reader, the energy I've picked up. There's some idea of him just almost surrendering and saying, well, I'm letting go of this. If you guys want to invite him back, if you want that on yourselves, I'm not going to resist. I'm not going to fight. There's no point fighting. That's the energy I'm getting from this reading. It's very interesting energy. There has been, in my own personal experience, a moment, an energetic moment in March, April, where toxic situations really came to a head, and there was almost an energy of release and of grace intervening and saying, let it go. Let go your resentment, let go your anger, let go of the past, let go of all of that stuff. He knows he's in the clear, really. He knows that he is doing okay in himself. He's doing a lot better in himself than this one is doing. This damaged soul in this damaged relationship. And perhaps he is really seeing the bigger picture and gaining some, I'm not saying that he's been immature and unwise, but gaining some perspective as he's in his 40th year. It's his 40th birthday. Dog's barking. The dog is old and wise, very old and wise. There is some sense of this, that distance perspective is kicking in now, and he realizes that he doesn't need to carry this burden anymore and can let it go. But let's see, what was he told about the meeting afterwards? What did he hear about it? Seven of Swords. It was not a good meeting. I saw that in the cards. It wasn't a good meeting. It was, I think, full of accusations and unpleasantness. Harry looks dreadful at the Invictus Games. She, of course, has got her perma smile painted on her face, swanning around with that smirk that she has. My opinion again. But Harry looks really dreadful. People are saying that he's really aged. He looks ill. He looks nervous. He looks subdued and chastened. This is not a good energy. The Seven of Swords is about skullduggery. It's about misconduct. It's about stealing and ghosting and running away and cowardly behavior and toxic behavior. A bit of a devil energy, really, the Seven of Swords. So there's sneakiness. There's some element of sneakiness about this. Just a very ugly energy. It doesn't. He wasn't told that this was wonderful, and there was reconciliation, and they're changed and transformed, and everything's going to be fantastic now, and all is forgiven. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of grievance. There's a lot of bad blood there still with that Seven of Swords. It's one of the ugliest cards in the tarot, because it is this cowardly energy. It is the sneaky energy, and so it didn't go well. There might have been threats, there might have been accusations, arguments. Not pleasant at all. So how is his personal relationship with Prince Harry right now? Let's sketch these cards up a bit. Personal relationship with Prince Harry, the Moon in reverse. It's of course the mother, the Moon. I read this as a Cancerian card. The Moon technically is meant to be Pisces. I always read it as a Diana card. The Moon is Diana. The mother stands between them. There they are. Two figures with that moon between them, tied together by that moon, but a chasm between them when the card is in the upright. And the moon pulling on them, pulling out their emotions, pulling out their fears, their mistrust of each other in the dark there, in the shadows, all their shadowy stuff, all those ugly emotions. Bit of a Seven of Swords energy here. It's in the reverse. I don't think that in the reverse means it's better in this case, but he might be beginning to see more clearly his emotions, his own toxic emotions may be dissipating. And this is the energy that I'm getting from this reading with this Ten of Wands in reverse and this Temperance card in reverse as his own personal challenge, that this is more his own personal feelings that are clarifying. He's beginning to again gain wisdom, insight, maybe more skill at how to handle this, how to manage his own emotions, his own projections, his own shadow energy, which the moon is all about. That instead of being so angry and upset and mistrustful, he's going to take a deep breath and just let it go and let the fog clear and let the shadows dissipate, and hope that some illumination, some clarity is going to come into the situation, both for himself and for his brother, who is in this moon energy, who is in this fog, who is not seeing things clearly, who has the voice whispering in his ear, dropping poison in his ear, allegedly, in my opinion. And so that is a very interesting card, a big card to come out there. How does he feel about Harry and Meghan coming back into the royal family as working royals on a part-time basis or whatever basis they're going to come back in as? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Same card that came out in the reading I did yesterday. The Independence card, when it's upright, you are free, you're liberated, you can do what you like because you have all the resources that you need, you're abundant, you're well provided for, you're very comfortable, but it's in the reverse. He sees it as them being out of luck, out of money, haven't made a go of it on their own, and so they've come crawling back. They're not coming crawling back out of duty. Seven of Swords is the opposite of duty. He sees them coming crawling back because they can't make it out in the big bad world on their own. It's not an angry card, it's not a death or a tower or a Ten of Swords or anything like that. He's just literally seeing it for what it is. This is not about love, this is not about reconciliation, this is about pure financial need. This is about them not being able to pay the mortgage in Montecito, perhaps, or speculation, and being in big trouble, and so having to come crawling back. So his own hopes and fears in this situation, Prince William. We've had quite a look at it already, but Three of Pentacles, he feels, or he's concerned that he is not going to be able to work with Harry in future. Trust issues, we've had the moon in reverse here. Said it's a mistrust there between the two brothers. The Three of Pentacles is working together, being part of a team. He's worried that Harry and Meghan are not going to be team players. They're not going to pull their weight. They're going to come back in. They're going to cause trouble, as they did in the past when it was with Heads together. And there was, of course, the bullying, alleged bullying. That hasn't been resolved yet. I'm going to have to read on that yet again. It did seemingly, from the word go, when I started reading on it, say that it was going to be buried, it was going to be hushed up, but I'll have a look at it again, because some of the royal reporters are stirring and trying to remind the royals that, hey, by the way, what about that? But William is concerned that this isn't going to go well for the firm, that they are not team players, they are not going to pull their weight, they are not going to bring anything positive into the mix. And we're not asking how the public feels. Going to read on that as well. I know I keep saying I'm going to read on things. The list grows longer and longer, but public, definitely I want to see how the public feel about this. And some other questions around here. The outcome of this meeting from Prince William's point of view. Tess is barking outside at the neighbours. Queen of Swords in reverse. He's not pleased. He is going to it's the Queen Elizabeth card, the Queen of Swords, even though she's a Taurus. Her actual birthday is a Taurus birthday, but her official birthday is a Gemini birthday. So she is the Queen of Swords in reverse. I don't think he's concerned for himself, given all of these cards and the energy around them of realizing he has to do his own work and manage his own emotions and his temper and his responses to all of these things. He has concerns about the role that Harry and Meghan are going to play in the firm in future, and the fact that they're not going to pull their weight, and he has concerns about how this is going to affect the Queen. Queen of Swords in reverse, that this might just be too much for her, damaging to her, having to deal with these two, especially if they come back in. It's her Jubilee year. If she pulls them back in, if they're there on the balcony in June trooping the colour, and the public start booing and jeering and hissing, and that's what I need to look at. As I said, I need to read on the public response to this. They let Harry and Meghan back in. This could really stain her last few years. It could stain her big year, this Platinum Jubilee year. It could really be a very toxic situation for her to deal with. The Queen of Swords in reverse, literally difficulty for the Queen of Swords. I'm not reading it as the usual energy of that card, which would be a very angry, a sharp-tongued woman, telling it like it is, telling people off. He may embody that energy himself and have to deal with that. Whether he himself embodies that energy or he's having to deal with the toxic female energy, you know who in Montecito, but I don't think so. I think he is more just literally concerned for the Queen, for her reputation, for the damage that this is going to do if this very dangerous person, the Seven of Swords, a treacherous energy around the Seven of Swords, if that treacherous energy comes back in to the firm, having got rid of it, now back it comes, and it could really do damage to his grandmother, not necessarily to him. And we've gone on long enough again, so I'm going to stop there. I'll pick this all up again tomorrow and read on the public and whatever else needs to be read on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're all okay. I know, as I keep saying, this is a bit of a shock, but on we go.